The deadly Australian. G'day!
G'day!
Here we go again, adventuring, where the wild, wild, wild creatures hang. We're gonna have a gorgeous,
G'day.
don't muck with it, very, very dangerous time, my friend.
Gorgeous, gorgeous. What a little beauty.
From the land down under, the land of wonder, the man-made call.
Check this out.
Crocodile hunter.
Look, right here you can see the high school debater in its natural habitat. Crikey, isn't she a beauty? Now I gotta be really careful because that debater could turn on me any moment now. I'm miles away from any hospital, and if it disagrees with one of my personal opinions, I could be out here arguing for days. That'd be a real drag. If you look closely, you can see its huge dictionary of law and thesaurus. Look at him. See how his eyes are rolled back? He's researching for a case. From the looks of it, the topic's probably economic sanctions or compulsory immunization. Oh, he spotted me now. He's getting a little nervous. You can see the hairs rising up on his neck. I'd better skedaddle before he starts stating his criteria.
What are you doing?
Filming. Oh. Pay attention.
Good afternoon, future judges of forensics.
Contrary to public definition, forensics is not the study of crime scenes. Forensics, in this case, is speech and debate.
I'm Nicole Christie. I'm Kaylee Kubokawa.
I'm Melanie Dolby.
And I'm Rachel Abreu.
And sometimes Troy.
But this will be the sometime where she's not here. Today, we'll be explaining how to properly judge
Original events.
So cheesy and lame.
Shut up, Rachel.
Cut.
There are two types of tournaments, debates and individual events, but they're more commonly referred to as IEs. Original events are part of IEs.
An individual events tournament is exactly what it sounds like. Individual. Rather than arguing with someone, IEs are more like performances. People compete with each other in their separate chosen events. In an IE tournament, there are three different types of events: interpretive, spontaneous, and original. Original events are all speeches that are the original work of the contestant. Obviously.
Hello. An IE tournament is separated into A events and B events. Each contestant must compete in one A event and one B event. There are 3 rounds of each event, starting with the first A event, and then the first B event, and so forth.
There are 4 types of original events, 2 A events and 2 B events. This video will explain what each type is and how to judge it. We'll also define such obtuse terms such as round, ballot, rank, elephant, and the proper etiquette to observe when judging.
Fortunately, this was the most boring part of the entire video. Seeing as how we wrote this entire script ourselves, it's almost like an original event anyway. This part is the boring, required introduction that gives a short summary of what's to come.
But trust us, it's only going to get weirder from here on out. Anyone who is easily offended will not like this video, and will not like us by the end. You lost, loser.
Thank you for watching and enjoy the show. Blah 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 blah. This is probably what your first round is going to sound like. However, I'm here to make your judging experience a lot easier. Hey you! Wake up! Give me that ballot. In the top right-hand corner, there is a place to put which event, room, round, and panel you're in. The event and room should be pretty obvious, so we'll skip over that. There are 6 rounds for each tournament. Rounds are divided into numbers 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, and 3B. A events are divided into certain specified events, and B events are the same. For example, if you're in your third judging round, then you're in round 2A. Your panel number will be given to you on a piece of paper. Every speaker has a code given by a predetermined letter and number. This code goes where the ballot reads speaker code. Under title, you put the title of the speaker's piece. Under rank in round, you will place the contestants in order of competence. There are no ties except for the people in last place, who will tie for 5th, unless it's a novice tournament, in which case they will tie for 4th. Under rating, you'll rate the speaker's speaking abilities. Where the ballot says comments, you will put your specific thoughts about the contestant's speech. For school, you put the name of the school that your child is from. In this case, Torrance High School. And signature is pretty obvious.
The last thing you will need to know is how to give time signals. You'll count down from 10 minutes and begin your hand signals at 5. It's important to be prompt when giving time signals, as they are often crucial to a speaker's presentation. From 5, you will go to 4, 3, 2, 1, and half a minute until you get to 0. If the speaker breaches the 10-minute period, they are allowed a 30-second grace period. Do not interrupt the speaker during his speech. That would be annoying. Keep in mind that you should not give any verbal time signals whatsoever and limit your signals to your hands only. That's about it, I think. Did you learn anything?
Huh?
D-I-N-O-S-A, you are a dinosaur. 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 And now for something completely different.
Hello, I am Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, your highly qualified governor of California. You may know me better from my numerous highly successful Terminator and bodybuilder films. Thank you very much. I would applaud myself, but my biceps bulge so much that I am unable to clap. Maria, come here and clap for me. Today, I am addressing the people of California to discuss the original event known as expository. Expository, or expos, is an oral report using visual aids. Only appropriate subject matter may be used, like bodybuilding or my abs. The purpose of expository is to describe, clarify, explain, and define an object, an idea, concept, or process. The contestants may not create their own topics. That would be cheating. This speech is to inform, not to perform, and the emphasis should be on the speech content. Both visual audio aids may be used during the presentation, but no animals may be used, alive or dead. Any costumes worn by the contestants must be put on during the course of the speech and must be removed before the end of the speech. This concludes our expository introduction. I am the Governor. Hasta la vista, baby.
Rachel, guess what?
You're pregnant!
I got a new hat!
I don't care. Melanie, that is the ugliest hat I have ever seen.
What? Do you really think so? I value and have trust in your opinion. What should I do?
Melanie! There's a 50% off sale on hats at Macy's! Are they ugly hats? No, they don't look at all like Melanie's hat.
Are you tired of wearing ugly hats?
Yes.
Are you tired of hearing your friends tell you how ugly your hat is?
Yes.
We now have the most beautiful hats in the world for 3 easy payments of $19.99. Call 1-800-555-6969 today to get your most beautiful hat in the world. You must be 18 years or older to order. Call now.
There are many types of hats in the world. For example, there are fashion hats. Ooh, I'm so pretty. Men's fashion hats. Look, I'm from Panama. There are also work hats, as in the fedora, which, although it has been related to the mafia, was actually used in everyday wear. Honey, I'm going to work! And then there are hats for the elements. Say you're in Russia. Or say you're, I don't know, out in the desert. Good thing I have a visor on this hat. And that's why hats have always been used in everyday use. Thank you.
Hey, Haley.
Yeah?
You should try to do a somersault over the bar. I did that once. It was totally awesome.
Oh my gosh, let's do it.
And now for something completely different.
Hello, citizens of America. This is your ex-Vice President, Al Gore. Thank you. You may know me from my not-too-recent film, The Inconvenient Truth. It's about global warming. Today you're here to learn the rules about original advocacy, an individual event in debate that I am all too familiar with. You see, I am an outspoken advocate against global warming. Original advocacy is a speech presenting a topic that the speaker feels strongly about. It's a persuasive speech that proposes a legislative solution to the problem that the speaker addresses. Any appropriate subject matter may be used, and topics are limited to 5 subjects. These subjects usually concern public policy issues, like global warming. All non-factual references must be identified. No notes, manuscripts, or visual or audio aids are allowed in the room. Speeches must be delivered from memory. I am totally serial. And remember, the legislative solution must be highlighted within the contestant's speech. For example, my solution to global warming is... This is Al Gore. Signing off. Excelsior!
What do we want? No war! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Free love! When do we want it? As soon as we're legal! What do we want? Cupcakes and sprinkles! When do we... Wait, what? I baked some cookies yesterday. Do you want one? Do you even know why we're here? Yes? Let me show you. It's the beginning of another school day for Ashley Dalby, a 6th grader at J.H. Hull Middle School. She arrives at the original J.H. Hull campus at 7:45, where she boards one of 4 school buses that are arranged transportation over to the new campus, called Hull and Levy. Yet when she gets to her school, which is halfway across town from the old campus, she has to wait to start school until 8:40, which is when the other set of buses arrives. No other school in the Torrance Unified School District starts at 8:40. Hull at Levy is also the only school that gets out at approximately 3:30 every afternoon. That is when the lucky early bus students get bused back to the original Hull campus so that they get there around 4 o'clock every day. The other students, the late bus students, are not so lucky. They get back to the original Hull campus around 4:30 every day, which is an entire hour they lose out of their after-school time. Things are nearly as bad at every other school in the Torrance district. Schools are overcrowded, out of money, and ultimately out of time for renovations. More than 25,000 students are forced to learn in an atmosphere that is detrimental to their learning and their health. Imagine if your children were forced to learn in this environment, in places that compromise their health and safety and teach with outdated materials. Right now, our only hope to save our schools are measures Y and Z. These bonds are the only way to secure funding to make the necessary upgrades to our schools. Measure Y is the one that will renovate the buildings, including rebuilding J.H. Hull Middle School. This money will be used for things like repairing damaged walls, floors, roofs, and plumbing and lighting systems. It will also repair and remove health hazards, like faulty drainage systems and asbestos. It will provide the classroom technology that is desperately needed, and most importantly, it will renovate outdated classrooms and replace Hull Middle School. Measure Z is to be used to fund special school projects that will enhance student welfare. This will include renovating physical education centers, playgrounds, and fields that not only serve the school's population, but the entire Torrance community. It will also include the construction of music, art, and science lab classrooms at those schools which do not currently have these facilities. If these measures don't pass, it will be Dr. Manning's recommendation as superintendent to the school board to start selling off school property to raise money, up to half of the elementary schools and half of the middle schools. First on their hit list is the old J.H. Hull campus. The rest of the list has not been determined, but smaller elementary schools like John Adams Elementary are rumored to be on the list. Time is running out for our schools. If we don't pass these bonds because of our own selfish prerogatives, our children will be the ones to suffer. They will be forced into overcrowded schools, overflowing classrooms, and be expected to learn with limited, outdated materials. The schools will start falling down around their ears, presenting numerous health risks in addition to those that already exist. Measures Y and Z must pass. The last bond attempt, Measure T, which would have saved J.H. Hull, lost by only 397 votes. 397 people forced Hull to close and condemned 25,000 innocent students to dilapidated, unsafe schools. If measures Y and Z don't pass, then 5 years down the line, when we are presented with an enormous mess, we will look back on this momentous ballot and have no one to blame but ourselves!